My name is Jennifer Ritchie. I'm an internationally board certified lactation consultant. I spent 11 years working one-on-one with new moms and babies, and now my position is educating doctors on infant nutrition. The lactation consultant is specialized in lactation for all mammals. So it's amazing to think that every mammal on the planet breastfeeds, dolphins and horses. And so in terms of lactation and having a baby, all the hormones are the same. So all physicians that go through medical school, regardless of their practice, they get one general curriculum on lactation. So even if they're a pediatrician, they could get 5 hours of training on lactation. So we're specialists. There's board certified specialists, and our expertise is in evidence-based practice of lactation. So instead of our opinion, we function more like a physician, and we solve problems based on the evidence. Depending on this, and this is a misconception too, is that a lot of times people can see a lactation consultant before they have the baby, which people don't think about. So we spend a lot of time getting ready to bring the baby home, but we don't spend a lot of time thinking about what's going to happen when we get home. And we're so tired that bottom line is, if you have problems getting pregnant, I would see a lactation consultant before you have your baby, because the same hormones that allow you to get pregnant allow you to make enough milk. So there's things that you can do and prepare for before you have the baby, because it's going to be chaos when you bring the baby home. There's also a potential for 1% of women to not have enough breast tissue to make milk. Again, it's only 1%. But if your breasts don't change size during pregnancy, I would see a lactation consultant before you deliver. And sometimes we don't know. It's a good thing to ask your partner, like, have my breasts gotten bigger? They'll be like, oh yeah, they know more than we do. But that's always a possibility. It's insufficient mammary tissue. But generally, you'll see a lactation consultant in the hospital before you put the baby to breast, hopefully. Now with COVID, kind of everything's changed. Before, if you had a vaginal birth, you were in the hospital for 48 hours. And if you had a C-section, you were typically there for 5 days. Now with COVID, some women are being discharged before 24 hours if they have a vaginal delivery. So you may have the opportunity to see a lactation consultant, say just once when you're in the hospital, but they should be there right after the baby's born. The one thing that people don't think about is that when you're 10 weeks pregnant, you go in the first stage of lactation. So that's when you make the colostrum. So you have colostrum in your breast ready to go to feed that baby when it's born, since you were 10 weeks pregnant. So that's all the baby's going to get for the first couple days. So the first couple days, a lactation consultant is there to help you kind of be comfortable while you're nursing, because you're going to be doing it for long periods of time, and everything's kind of designed for a purpose. So that baby is going to be on your breast, just doing a lot of sucking and getting a small amount of volume. So depending on where you are, if you're in the hospital or not, typically around day 3 after the baby's born, that's when your milk increases in volume, and goes from the breast you're used to like instant breast augmentation overnight. The amount of milk that you're making goes from a teaspoon to about 32 ounces every 24 hours. So that's really when moms experience problems, is that transition. So it's around day 3. So again, with times being what they are, that's why a lot of people might have to seek outside help, hopefully a lactation consultant in their pediatrician's office, or they can find one online.